I haven't posted a video to the Lithuania Explained YouTube channel in a few weeks now, and unfortunately, I'm not sure when the next video will be. Even if my output rate slows down by a lot, I would like to still leave the door open to occasionally make a Lithuania Explained video when I have a good idea. However, motivation and inspiration have been really lacking this year. As I explained earlier to my Patreon patrons, having a kid has been one big factor. This makes recording my voiceover difficult since I'm either needed to look after him, or he's making noise in the background, or I need to be quiet while he's napping. And then when conditions are suitable for recording, well, I usually just find myself too exhausted. Starting this project has been a lot of fun, and it was my first attempt at being a YouTuber. And with the Instagram account growing to what it is now, I can maybe even call myself a small-time influencer. But yeah, motivation to continue is difficult these days. Are there probably many suitable topics out there? Sure, but to make a video requires time researching, and then finding enough visuals, like photos and videos for you to watch, and then time to put it all together. And I just can't think of any topics that are exciting and enticing enough to convince me to go for it. Because to do all this work, well, it needs to be enjoyable for me, because I'm really not making much money from any of this. Here's one video that explains things well, for those who don't make YouTube videos.
Because to the average viewer on YouTube, all the work they have to do is essentially deciding which video they're going to watch while they eat lunch. They do it for 10 minutes and then they leave a like. But to the person making the video, they have to brainstorm the idea, research the topic, write the script, rewrite the script, rewrite the script, wonder if they're any good at script writing, then rewrite the script. They have to record the video, re-record bits that they didn't like. If you'll excuse me, I'll just get the rest of my list here. We have edit the recording, sound design, make the title, make the thumbnail, and then do this whole process over again forever. And this whole thing gets you maybe 7 views at first. It's not very fun, if I'm being honest.
So yeah, there's that. Can you believe I've made over 300 videos now? Not including shorts. This includes several that required scheduling interviews with people too. I almost can't believe how much I've done in the past 3 years. At the same time, I've also been reflecting on the name and the basis of this channel. Lithuania Explained, which I guess is explaining Lithuania. I think this was a good choice, but also a bad choice. Technically speaking, it was great for being discovered on YouTube. The logo I designed looked pretty official. The name pretty much said it all. And, well, if people wanted to learn about Lithuania, it was obvious that this channel was a good place to start. However, I think this has probably pissed off some Lithuanians. Now, there are a lot of Lithuanians who do appreciate my work and have learned a lot about their own country from my videos. But there are also some out there who probably resent the fact that a foreigner is representing their country. I kinda get that. But you see, the intended format of this channel was kind of like the YouTube channel, Answer in Progress. I would do some research and learn interesting stuff myself, and then share with you what I learned. But I think rather than sharing my journey of learning and discovery, a lot of the content just presents information as being authoritative and being official, instead of being the discoveries of something in the process of learning. I think this clip from a channel that I follow explains it best, even if they're talking about their own rebranding.
One of the biggest challenges that we had with our old name was that we sort of seemed like an authority. The brand name made us seem more official than we really kind of were, and we would get blasted in the comments for getting stuff wrong or inserting our opinion into something, when we are ultimately just learning here too. The idea here is to show you the process that we go through to find the answers that we present more, and not shy away from sharing our opinions and making it clear that we are humans who are ultimately just making videos for your entertainment.
So I guess I'm feeling a little lost about the Lithuania Explained channel. It started because I wanted to help foreigners with things like public transport and what to expect in the wintertime, but then it kind of morphed into deeper topics and current events in the country. Later on, it was military stuff, which I did enjoy, but that wasn't the case for many subscribers. I did remedy this by starting a new channel, and work for that one has been pretty easy because I collaborate with a voiceover person, and then most of the information and visuals are easy to source. But the other thing about all this is that the channel is half explainer and half my personal experience and personal life. I do believe adding some personal information is good in helping to connect with the audience, whether it's about travels around the region, learning the language, or having a half Lithuanian child. But I think that has sometimes backfired and resulted in people commenting and making assumptions about my life and about who I am, and kind of making unfair judgments about me. To be honest, it's been pretty liberating to leave some of that behind. On the Instagram/social media side, I had a taste of what it's like to have a giant social media following, and now I can focus on my real life and family. So where are we going from here? Well, I guess for now it's an extended and indefinite break from Lithuania Explained and the Lithuania Explained vlog until I can find a topic or topics that really excite me to get back into things. I've thought about some topics, like what kind of life can someone have with a job and career paying minimum wage, or maybe a video which is a discussion about the new property taxes. Now, these are kind of interesting, but again, not necessarily super exciting for me to make. I've informed my Patreon patrons and invited them to cancel their subscriptions, and my energy will just be shifted to other projects and my family life. On that note, my son is almost a year and a half now, and he just loves it when I put on some jazz music and dance around with him in the living room. Sometimes he laughs from the thrill of bouncing and swinging around, and sometimes he just falls asleep in my arms. He's nearing 15 kilograms, so that kind of activity is exhausting. But I know it's good for my heart, I guess both medically and emotionally. So when I talk about focusing on family life, it's being more available for moments like those. Again, I don't know when the next video will be, and so it puts me in this weird position where I'd like to say goodbye, but I don't know if it should be the last goodbye or just goodbye for now. Whatever the case may be, I want to thank you all so much for just showing up and watching videos whenever they come out, and for commenting with words of support. That has been really special and awesome, and I do not take any of that for granted. So if you're watching from Lithuania, I guess enjoy the sunny spring and summer weather, and if you're from abroad, well, I hope you get to visit or come back one day in the near future. Viso gero.